Hey, so in this video I show you how to make Wollwurst at home. The literal translation would be wool sausage, and it's pretty similar to a Weisswurst with a few different tweaks. On the meat side we have lean veal, pork cheek, lean pork and pork back fat. Then some crushed ice for the chopping process later on. And on the spices, salt, white pepper, mace and cardamom. And here I have some lemon zest and some cutter phosphates, and yeah, that's it. As I said, the meat is a bit different from Weisswurst, but the rest is like the same without parsley and without a casing. And I would say let's start. First, cut the meat and the fat into strips. Make sure they fit your meat grinder later on. And then put them in the freezer for 1 to 2 hours. In the meantime, you can grind the spices into a fine powder. This way it will evenly disperse throughout the meat mass later on. And once the meat is frozen, I use the smallest perforated disc because we want to have a very fine sausage. And I grind the meat and the fat through twice. As you can see, I separate the lean meat and the fat, so it is easier for the mixing and chopping process in the next step. First, put in the lean meat and the spices and the cutter phosphates and the lemon zest, and then gradually also add the crushed ice while mixing everything together. And once everything is combined, you can then gradually add the fat and let it mix in. Make sure that the sausage meat doesn't not get warmer than 12 degrees Celsius, which is 53.6 Fahrenheit. Always check the temperature. And make sure it combines nicely and is a very fine homogeneous mass. As you can see, it has bound very nicely. It's a like pliable but firm mass sticking together, very sticky, and that's like it should be. There are now two ways. You can either fill it in a piping bag and squeeze it directly into a pot, or you can use a sausage stuffer also to fill it directly in a pot. In my case, that's not possible. That is why I'm using a cutting board, but make sure that you put water onto the cutting board, because otherwise the sausage will stick to it. And yeah, then I can cut off the sausages and put them from the cutting board into the poaching water. And then you poach the sausages in a pot with water at around 80 degrees Celsius, which is 176 degrees Fahrenheit, and poach them for around 10 to 15 minutes. It depends a bit on how thick your sausages are. And then once they are finished, you can cool them off in ice water. And then you can fry them up like I did. The traditional way is to fry them up. First, you coat them in a bit of milk and then fry them in a pan. And as you can see, they browned nicely. They are without any casing and they have this silky, smooth texture, very fresh taste, similar to a Weisswurst. And the texture is slightly rough at the outside, which resembles like untreated sheep's wool, and that's where the name comes from. Overall, I can totally recommend it. That's why I'm taking a second bite. And yeah, eat it with some sweet mustard or plain. Enjoy them also on a bread or as I do now with a potato salad. As always, the full recipe can be found below. If you like this video, then please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. There are weekly sausage videos, and I see you on the next one. Bye bye.